this is Zayn Fast, also otherwise known as Luis, okay, one of the fastest YouTubers. And yes, I just want to update myself that I'm okay. Yes, guys, I know you guys are actually feeling worried about my anxiety, my stress, my disorders going on, my mental disorders, my mentally unstable conditions that I usually have sometimes. But yeah, so look at me now. I'm still sitting. Hey, that's good. At least, hey, that's good. At least you guys are there for me, and you know, to the people who worked hard, to the people who advised me to keep going. I'm proud of that. You know that, like, thank you God for, you know, of course we all make mistakes, and there are times that, you know, we fail, and you know, we sometimes fail, but don't worry. You gotta keep going. You gotta do what it takes to just keep going. You know that, like, even if you feel lonely at times, desperate times, times that you in a lonely road, lonely path, I guess I gotta keep going. You know that, and yeah, I mean, this did happen. Like, you know, like my worst years were like 2023 or 2024. So this year should be a blessed year. This year is supposed to be a year that I can find happiness. You know that again. You know that, like, of course I've cried so many times, but at least there are times that you guys are there for me. You know that. I'm still glad. I'm feeling okay. You know, I'm naturally okay. I'm drinking a lot of water. I'm still breathing, and I'm still talking fast. Somehow I did not lose. You know, like when you're crying, it's okay to cry. You know, like it can help. You know, it can help your emotional intelligence to go up. You know that. But sometimes people usually get worried whenever I cry, whenever I feel sad, whenever I feel down, whenever I feel bored, whenever I have the sense of boredom. You know that, like, you know, it's fine to have those, and I'm so glad that you guys are there for me. At least there's still generation beta baby watching. Imagine, but yeah, imagine there's a generation beta baby watching to my channel, and I'm like, oh, that'd be funny. And imagine if they really did laugh at my content, to what I did, to what I post, to what videos recommend to other, not only generation beta but also other generations. You know that, like me, I'm a generation Z. I was born 2008. Some people think I'm a generation beta kid, or no, I'm not though. I'm not. This doesn't sound like a generation beta kid. You know that. Imagine being 16 years old already in 2025. But even though I'm a Gen Z YouTuber, this might be the final Gen Z YouTuber. Why? Well, there are no other Generation Z YouTubers, so it's gonna be ruling Generation Gamma. But I feel like Generation Alpha kid will probably rule Generation Gamma, probably, usually, stably, I think, kind of, because, like, you know, there are no other YouTubers, there are no other Generation Z YouTubers who are gonna be ruling Generation Gamma. Maybe I'll try my best if I could rule, or maybe has any YouTuber really ruled two generations? You know that, like Markiplier, he's one of my favorite YouTubers. He's one of the most loved YouTubers ever in the whole YouTube community. Like, I grew up watching also him. You know, I also have, like, you know, like, have some love shared within me also. So yeah, that's very nice, and it's kind of cool. Like, there are a lot of good things. There are a lot of good people than bad people. I believe. I kind of. As long as we keep making the world better, the world will be filled with good people. You know that. Like, there will be no more bad people in this world. You know that. That's how hard we keep trying. You know that. Just, it's not only me just being, like, you know, like, sad, or just me posting twice because you guys are annoyed. No, it's not like that. But I'm just also posting videos differently than other creator. You know that. Like, I remember posting those like randomly. You know. But I'm still glad that you guys are still there for me. I'm so glad that you still love me. You know that. Even if I have a cheated girlfriend, even if I have a rejected girlfriend. I was rejected when I was 14, and I was cheated when I was 16. Recently, that was recently. Recently, I was cheated by a girl, probably because she posted a reel, like for real. Yes, for real. She did cheat on me, and then you guys are still there for me, and yeah, and it's honestly a blessing day today. You know, Sunday. You know, do you really find out Fridays and Saturdays the worst day? You know, like yesterday. I think it was like a no right day. You know that, at least there, people still show support, care, love, affection, all that stuff, all these sweet hugs, all these sweet stuff. You know that. So yeah, that's something. So if you want to do something by yourself too, you can also do something by yourself too. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep thriving. You gotta keep grinding. You gotta be, you know, like always. You know, always keep going. Keep thriving. You know, like, just don't leave this world, because, like, if you leave this world, what happens to your family? You know, they would feel devastated. They would cry for a long ass time. You really did die, and, you know, the painful parts of life. But remember that, you know, that I guess we're not alone, and keep going. You know, at least I'm feeling okay. Sometimes YouTube is also reaching to me out whenever I feel mentally unstable. That's very cool. That's very awesome and very alright, very great. That not only YouTube serves as a social platform where you upload videos, where you have fun, where you laugh at the jokes on the internet, no. But also YouTube is also earning respect to the mental health, to the people who are affected with the mental health, mental struggle, all that stuff. And I'm so happy for that, that. So yeah, I can also do something for myself. I think I'm gonna be streaming, like, maybe like a donation stream. I haven't done a donation stream. I know you guys keep telling me that. And also there was another big question, bigger than the making a donation stream, live stream, but also people were telling me the face reveal. For me, I'm too young to show my face reveal. I'm only like 16 years old. Like, I think that's still young. I don't know if it's still young. Is there any YouTuber who has revealed their face? Like, how about, wait. This was recorded. This is IShowSpeed and 16 years old. So this was him, 16 years old, IShowSpeed, really? So he used to play basketball videos. And his camera is like so near. Yeah, this was IShowSpeed when he was 16. So if you want to do something in your life, sure thing, you can do something too bigger, stronger in your life. That, like, all you gotta do is just, you need that one strength, one goal in mind. One goal, like one statement in your mind that comes out. Dang, it's just kind of fast though. If you want to be fast, sure thing. I did not expect he revealed his face when he was 16. But like, I'm only 16 too also. Starting a YouTube channel, starting a new branded YouTube channel, content that is basically good for teenagers and very fast. Yeah, I don't know if I could start too. Maybe what if I also use his inspiration. I don't. IShowSpeed did not give me an inspiration to be fast. No. I think there are other YouTubers out there. Maybe like when I began thinking, like I got a cognitive mind enabled, like I got a bigger mind, like my mind is filled with the universe. That's how I became fast, and like how I desperately and deliberately became fast. That when I was 14, 13, 15 years old, I had a thought of being fast. That when I was 15, I was like seemingly depressed. Why? Because like I just can't stop thinking about how I was rejected by my girl when I was 14 years old. And look at me go. I mean, look, I'm already moving on. I'm moving fast. That's right. I'm gonna be moving quickly, desperately, respectfully. Yeah, you gotta be doing that. As long as you're not being fast for attention. No, it's not. But yeah, I'm so glad that you guys are so there for me. So I love you guys. You guys are the best. You guys are so awesome. You guys are so compassionate. This is what I do usually every outro. That I would just say thank you to those people who supported my content. 2,000 subscribers. Very good. When we hit 2,000 subscribers, wanna know when? It was 2 weeks ago. We did reach 2,000 subscribers. But I really thought I had like, I was dreaming something. I was dreaming like an odd thing. Like imagine like I like gained a lot of subscribers. That's my dream. I kept dreaming about my subscribers go flying, and I kept dreaming about how I overtake subscribers in IShowSpeed. That's something like that. But we live in a real reality. I don't think so that we're living in an alternate reality. I don't think so. But for me, like, I think it's in the real reality. We don't live in the alternate reality. Alternate reality is much worse than living in the real reality. Why? Because alternate reality serves as a very disrespectful place, a place that is basically, ruled by Satan. While in the real reality, Christianity has been one of the strongest religions. Or what if we live in the alternate reality where Islam took over already? But I don't want Islam to win. In this generation, we need to focus more. We need to be engaged more to the Lord Jesus Christ. We need to be engaged with this Christianity itself. Very strong. We need to have a more stronger connection, bond with Jesus Christ, of course. So yeah, who died for us, who never ever forsake us, who never left us. So there you go. I'm just gonna leave this out. I'm just gonna label this out, all this stuff, all these crazy things. I'm just gonna also post as many tags as possible so that we can get viral. And yeah, at least you guys are still there for me. At least like when I cried, like it's okay to cry. You won't lose friends. That I was researching something like, could you imagine if you cried and then after that you lose friends after all? And I was like, dude, that was so crazy. But then you guys are still there for me, and that made my heart felt touched. That my heart felt so touched by you guys, by your messages, by your chat messages, by your comments sections, all this stuff. But yeah, so I love you guys. I remembered saying before we wrap up, before we end the video, let me say something clear. I remembered saying that if I see a hater on my YouTube channel, I'm gonna be talking fast here. Remember that? I kept saying that. I think me and Hangul, the guy who crushed outs in my stream, you remember the guy who saw my Dead Rail stream and he crushed out because of how I did not beat Dead Rails for the first time. But yeah, I think in the part 2 I did beat Dead Rails, and then there are still people out there who still keep telling me to play Dead Rails for a live stream, which kind of sucked because I already did beat Dead Rails. You know that I already did beat Dead Rails. And you guys keep telling me to play Dead Rails. You guys keep telling me to play a repeated game that is basically very viral and like over exaggerating to request, something like that. So yeah. So there you go. I'm gonna wrap this up. I love you guys. You guys are the best. You guys are so awesome. You guys are the best fans of the entire world. You guys are incredible. You guys made my tear pop out while I made this video. While I made this video, my eyes is fine. My heartbeat is beating because of you guys, because of all your love and support. And yeah, I mean, this is just, I don't know though. I guess today's the best day of my life. I should title this video the best day of my life. Okay, I'll just wrap this up. Love you guys. See ya. See you guys next video. Bye bye guys. You guys are the best. Bye bye. Love you guys. Another video coming up. Don't worry. I'll never quit. Don't worry, chat. Why did I say chat in a recorded video? Never mind. Alright, bye bye guys. Bye. I'm disappearing.